I was saying that in the motions today, they are asking for dismissal, but I don't want to dismiss it before they settle whether the sheriff's department has done wrong or not. You know, I mean, I'd rather them not dismiss it because it ain't right what the sheriff's department done, and I want that brought out at all costs. You know, I mean, I don't per se have anything against the individual people at the sheriff's department that's done this year, but they represent the law and they should be held to a higher standard. And from the get-go, that's the first thing I said to them. You do not want your warrants based on a bunch of lies, and I know this is lies. And, you know, I never thought they had anything to do with those lies until I was told they did. And I hope today either straightens it out or either start the process of straightening it out. So, hope for luck and right, and what's good is with us. And, you know, that's what I base my trust on, is that the truth comes out and what's right's right. And,
going to court it's hard on people, and that's one reason people opt out, you know, make the deals and everything. But that's not what our country is really, that's not how our system is made to work. We're supposed to work through it and root out corruption and things like that as we go. So you're really doing a service to your community, I think.
You know, there's no telling how many people they've lied about. If they lied about me, then they could have lied about every case they done. You know, so I hope this year's good for the community, what I'm doing. You know, and talking about stress, I know all about it. You know, I mean, you can't help to. At times, you're all right, but like going to court, you're uptight and trying to think of everything that you can think of that you need to, and you just, you know, keeping your fingers crossed, hoping that, you know, people is going to see the truth. So, wish me luck today, because today's a big day, not just for me, because today ain't about me. This is about the sheriff's department and how they do business, and keeping them honest. This is good for the community. So today's about our community and what's right. You know, really,
Makes you wonder.
Where's Hey, we're here in court today on filing some motions. These motions, you know, accuses officers of lying and forcing an informant to lie. And the informant told us this year, and we took video of him, you know. So today, these motions are going to see, can we have a hearing to present all the evidence, see if the sheriff's department basically crooked. You know, so today's going to be a day, and the sheriff's department's crooked. You know, I hate that as much as anybody does, because this is my county, and it would be nice if people were honest, you know, but it turns out they're not. And we hope to bring them to justice, and so I let all the gods and goddesses and stuff that believe that in truth be here today with us. Let's see what I did. I would never thought the sheriff's department would do that. And I don't know if the sheriff does, but I think that Matt Prince and Trent Cardinal are low lives, and that they are forcing this boy to say this year and try to force him to come in front of the grand jury, which I was told they got him without him going in front of the grand jury. And if he gets on the stand, I think he'll tell the truth. I think it's good. It's going crazy. Yes, I'm hoping it goes. You know, really, I feel like he's in danger. I mean, really, these officers' lives and reputations is on the line, and he's capable of putting them in their place, and I hope that's what he does.
County Courthouse. We have the details coming up at 5:30.
Sheriff's Department is trying to make a name, and they went overboard.
The battle over medically necessary marijuana heats up in a Polk County courtroom, the latest on attempts to legalize pot growing in North Carolina.
Now, from Western North Carolina's news leader, this is News 13 at 5:30.
A Polk County man who raises pot plants for patients goes to court accused of growing marijuana illegally. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Tammy Watford.
And I'm Frank Faboni. Should marijuana be legalized for medicinal purposes? It's a debate that's raged for years, and one that took center stage today in a Polk County courtroom. Steve Marlowe has grown marijuana in Polk County for years.
All we ask is the truth. You know, we just want it honest. You know, I grow marijuana, and I do it for the right reasons.
Now he's on trial again after his first case was thrown out some 10 years ago.
Past administrations have dealt with it. He feels like he has a right to grow marijuana in the state of North Carolina. It's illegal.
Marlowe says he began growing medicinal marijuana for his ex-wife.
I smoke just a little bit.
Jean Marlowe is a medical marijuana advocate with medical documents on why marijuana is necessary.
I'm allergic to everything from Kool-Aid to alcohol and Tylenol to morphine.
She's testifying in her ex's defense.
Steve tries to grow what he can for me.
She's also speaking this week in Raleigh to a House committee studying the legalization of marijuana.
Dr. Joycelyn Elders and myself and a couple of other patients and some RNs are going to be testifying before the North Carolina House.
Marlowe's attorney is now trying to get this case thrown out, claiming this man, a police informant, lied.
From the get-go, I said, look, your information's wrong. I said, you know, I'm not fussing at you for coming and busting me. I'm fussing at you because the informant lied.
While this case won't end the legal debate, Marlowe hopes it will prove why legalizing medical marijuana is a must.
And it's necessary to protect patients. If a patient is arrested and convicted, then that person can never again get food stamps, public housing. You can never again be part of many volunteer programs.
Marlowe says 12 states have already passed laws legalizing medicinal marijuana.
As manufacturer's court, Mr. Jean has no other choice. And I'm already grow like that. He says, now I can't make it legal for you, but you gotta grow it for he can't be sued.
So you've been operating on that
assumption.
Yeah. And your ex-wife mentioned somebody who was dying. Well, tell me about that. Is that true?
It's an MS patient that actually Dr. Lewis Bissell and Steve's mother asked me to, his name is Steve too, to grow for me. And MS team.
We won one today. The good guys won. It's not often you have a successful day in the criminal justice system, but we did. What do you think, Steve?
I think that now at least one lawyer's okay in the world. That Ben done a fine job today. You know, I think truth was on our side, and that's what sent us through.
I've always said that when you stand up for the truth and you stand up for the Creator's work, they made this plant, we didn't. We just speak its truth. And when you do that, everything usually comes out okay.
Today, the judge granted our motion to suppress all of the evidence seized as a result of the search warrant. The search warrant, she found, was made with either knowingly false information or with reckless disregard for the truth. In other words, she found that the police either lied or recklessly disregarded the truth in obtaining the search warrant to raid Mr. Marlowe's house. The district attorney is now trying to decide whether to go forward with the case